Welcome back to more Tokyo Xtreme Racer. So last time, we defeated Cinderella Past Midnight, one of the longest standing street races on the Shuto Expressway, by the way. So yeah, she was one of the bosses in Tokyo Xtreme Racer 1. So yeah, she's been around here for a very long time. So yeah. Anyway, we did that. We basically beat the early access stage of this game. Maybe I'll talk about that more in a little bit because it's quite interesting from what I've heard. And then, yeah, we are now in stage 3 with our new car, the Mazda RX-7. We decided to get a rotary car like, well, our favorite boss in the last stage. And yeah, I put some more decals on it actually since last time. I was happy with the color, I was happy with the vinyl I put on, so yeah. This actually puts us over 20, and you do want a car that has over 20 decals on it for a Wanderer leader, so yeah. I also changed the license plate because, funny enough, 300, that symbol, and 7, that's the license plate for our RX-7 that was owned by an 80-year-old woman, so yeah. And then, yeah, I think she gave it to Mazda's, like, and to put in a museum or something like that. But I also changed the license plate. Now it's Kumamoto, which I should definitely show because, yeah, there's a reason why I changed to Kumamoto. They're using it for a Wanderer, so yeah. And I believe, yeah, Kumamoto is, yeah, over here on the license plate, so yeah. Alrighty, so with that done, yeah, let's head out now. I think I told about mainly everything I wanted to, so yeah. Anyway. Alrighty, so I think, yeah, like I said, there's some things I could have done. Like, if you look at Wanderers, like, yeah, I could have probably gone after, Last Flight, who's all the way down here. He drives an RX-7 like we do, so I could have mirror matched him, but it's okay. Like, yeah, you can take the parts off. I'm probably not going to do that, though. I'm probably just going to buy another car because we have the money, so yeah. Maybe I could show what, like, and Skyline R33 does, or maybe the GRS, because you need to buy a GRS anyway, so yeah. So let's have a quick look. So once again, yeah, we want to think about, Rebirth of the Legend. And yeah, as we're seeing here, we are not doing too bad when it comes to rivals on the map, so yeah. There's a lot on ASF, but there's a reason for that, if I remember correctly, so yeah. And yeah, what's good too is that, yeah, Rings is C1, I'm pretty sure. C1 Inner, it looks like. Not all of them are about, but that's okay. I think some of them do challenge together though, so that's not bad. Ivebox is the more annoying one because, see there, yeah, they're going down Yokohane. So they're going to be a little bit more tricky to catch. Tokyo Jungle is Shinkancho, so yeah, we can definitely get them. And then obviously turn them parking area. And then finally ASF is also Shinkancho, but they're going the opposite way to Tokyo Jungle, so that's good to know. Of course, you can think about these guys too. It's not bad to, knock them out a little bit while we're trying to, go out the Reap of the Legend, obviously. So yeah. But anyway. So yeah, let me reset my clock again. We're gonna go head out to parking area because yeah, there's a lot of dialogue and a lot of rivals to fight. And hey, Legendary Tune is here to greet us into the stage. So yeah, that's good. Alright. Clock is ready, topics are ready, let's go. Yo, how's it going? Not long ago, you looked like a total rookie fresh off the streets. Now you've really grown into a proper street racer. You beat Cinderella Past Midnight, didn't you? With a race of her caliber and knowledge your skills, you might just have what it takes to challenge the legendary Swift Emperor. But that also means Snake Eyes, who's hell-bent on revenge against Swift Emperor, and his crew Phantom 9 have got you squarely in their sights. The only ones who can match you now are the new generation's top racers, especially Eternal Polaris. I wonder what kind of power she's hiding. A new stage awaits, new rivals ready to take you on. Alrighty, so yeah, let's go talk to some more people. Flashy man. Yo, this is insane. I heard the Trucy Heaven crew got taken down. I mean, the lead attempting Amethyst uses her American-trained counselor skills to read our opponents like an open book. Even with a better performance gap, there's no way you'd normally be able to beat that. Yeah, I heard about it too, but it's not just them. Word is, tons of other teams have been getting wrecked. For real? Man, I kinda looked up the tempting Amethyst, so this is hitting me hard. So who's this guy on a winning streak? Anyone ID'd him yet? You ever see him? I actually saw him once at parking. He goes like Swift Attack Angel. And man, he's just some regular dude. I was doubting my own eyes, like, this is really the guy everyone's talking about. But that's the guy who's in crushing rivals left and right, winning race after race. You can't take your eyes off what he does next. Alright. Fully analytical, man. Start at Rogue and Soto. The way I see it, it's not just the new teams we should be watching. Take Rogue and Soto, for example. They strengthened their lineup by adding juniors from their leaders Alma Mater. The family team Family Business also went through changes. Their elderly former leader and his brother stepped down, but he bore on their granddaughter's husband, lowering the average age. Very only accept singles members, so when someone leaves, it would normally be a course of celebration. Don't bring up that guy. He got totally crushed by the ex he once betrayed. I can never show his face to the Shuto Expressway again. Alright, so just play the text this time, maybe they'll run. Here's about the soul-side demonic power. Do you indeed rejoice? I shall tell you as a special favor. The charred raids of beasts burn the infernal flames of the D-World. In short, meat. Meat is great. Devour endlessly with full power and a speed boost. No, it's more of a mindset thing. It doesn't actually affect barrel assaults, obviously. Okay. So yeah, we've got some new rivals that we're gonna probably be taking on here. You also got this guy, MJ686. You probably want to remember that he's called that. You also got Shruna there, who's a wonder he could now take out. You also got Chaining Stage, who apparently is they work on car magazine reporting. That might be something to talk about too, because yeah, I do like my car magazines. And yeah, they're talking about the fact that all the Kurisaki bros lost, so yeah. Apparently, we wanted revenge against them. Seems like some of these rumors will be getting out of hand, which yeah, that would be something interesting to talk about later. But anyway, who we got? So we got, well, Silent Barbarian again, but yeah, we have Salty Dog and we got White Fox. Let's take on White Fox first. Hey bro, do you need something from me? Well, it's gotta be a battle. When 2 streeters be on the Shuto Expressway? Yeah. Well then, let's go. And yeah, new stage also means another new thing, which I'm gonna be seeing in a bit. And also, we get to finally try this RX-7. Because the last part was the last part I recorded last weekend, so I've been waiting a whole week to drive this RX-7, so yeah, can't wait, because it looks great, so yeah. You get a new battle theme. This is Chromefist. I do remember some of the battle theme names in these games, so yeah, I should be talking about that. Anyway, oh man, this thing's fast. It also handles really good too, as you probably expect, so yeah. Because yeah, we got that guy really fast, so yeah. So not too bad. I am wondering how fast this thing overheats the engine though, so that's another thing we'll keep in mind. You did it, bro. But this is my full stroke. One more time, let's battle again. Alright. And then all that's left is Salty Dog, so let's take him down. Hey, are you training? I am Salty Dog from Tokyo Choco. I work as a sports instructor. For a street race, a healthy body and mind are crucial. Trained muscles never betray you. Let's check your training level in the battle. Sure. That's good. My muscles are pumped up for the battle with you. Let's do the mirror match now. He also drives the RX-7, so yeah. Anyway, yeah. So the first stage, where you fight, well, the first, yeah, actually it's stage 0, stage 1. And also traffic cars get Big Apple, I believe it's what it's called, which is a battle theme from the original TXR. And then it got remixed for Tokyo Experience 0, which is the, which, yeah, that's what the theme sounds like to me in this game. It sounds like the Tokyo Experience 0 remix, which is fitting. You know, having a theme from early on in the series' lifespan, so yeah. And then, yeah, when we get to stage 2, last stage, we had Vampire Killer, which is not Castlevania theme, despite the name. Instead, it sounds like the Batman theme, which is very weird, by the way. You're amazing, that was a great run. You must have trained tirelessly, I won't lose next time. And yeah, that seems like it for here, but yeah, we got some more people we can talk about, including Talkative Man, who's talking about a new wonder on Mountain Man. He only appears on Wednesdays and Thursdays, those are his days off. Well, he works delivering supplies to mountain huts. There must be more climbers on weekends. So there we go. Technically, you could find him today, I think. And we're talking about the Pleiades. We got Io here, or Io. Not pretty sure which one, but yeah. As it says here, though, he actually handed over leadership to MJ66. He's a part of Tokyo Jungle, actually, so yeah. So we'll talk about that more later, obviously. And you got Minor Bird here. Alright, so with that done, yeah, let's enter the course again. I think, yeah, because I haven't actually taken a screenshot here yet, or, well, I wouldn't say screenshot. I haven't taken a thumbnail here at the parking area. Why not? Let's, oh, this is, we can do like a cool RX-7 kind of thing going on here, so yeah. So yeah, why not? Something like this. And then yeah, I'll make this the thumbnail, so yeah. And there you go. Yeah, pretty much everyone's trying a Mazda except for the Copen dude over there. But I mean, no new rivals here. Except we only got Popular Man here. He's talking about Secret Blend. It appears that Shibara Parker, if you keep showing up there, she's got the mystery room. And that's exactly what makes her so luring. Makes you want to battle her. Seems like playing out guys in the same ulterior motives. Someone like me probably doesn't stand a chance with her. And yeah, visit this parking area, I think 15 times. So yeah, it's gonna be a little while. Hey, Little Beast is talking about Melancholic Angel. Yeah, I like it even more now. Didn't even sit Attack Angel. What? You beat Melancholic Angel? Speaking of Melancholic Angel, during full break at the corner entrance, they make a loud mechanical sound like right? I can't do that. You might not understand if I say it, but I think they're the person. Yeah, I definitely not as good as her. Even though, yeah, I said that I can't look up. Or she kind of reminds me of myself, so yeah. Anyway, beat Midnight Rose, yeah, we also did that too, so yeah. Apologetic Maid. Now there's a maid showing up, so yeah. That's a thing. And yeah, talking about Solidog, who we only just fought, so that's kind of funny. And we got Friendly Woman, talking about Snake Eyes. But who's the number 2? Apparently it's Crazy Monkey, who was called, I believe, Mad Murdoch in Import Church. I don't know how you got that from that, but hey. Anyway, as you saw there though, no new rivals here. That Wanderer would show up if we fulfilled the objective, but as it turns out, we haven't, so that's good to know. Need to keep visiting this parking area, so yeah. Yeah, you can grind for it. I think you could just like go in, go somewhere else, go in, go somewhere else, you know, so yeah, something like that. Well, you know, we can just use the area to refill. That's not bad bit either, so yeah. Man, we got Loud Man. You wanna know how to battle Kumamoto license plate? Just change your license plate to Kumamoto. Ha, there's no one more straightforward than that. Yeah, his name is the hint, so yeah. Insert plus Midnight is Spawn. Legendary Subball to being the beard one after number is single man. This kind of thing happens with the shooter express they want to the Blue Moon. Someone who completely rewrites the power balance and just appears out of nowhere one night. The shooter express is a long history. There's still plenty of big names out there. Those ways to join the battle sooner or later. So there we go. And yeah, apparently you keep getting invited by that guy. We got Dozing Dormouse, who's dozing off. We got Midnight Rose. You'll become quite the topic of conversation, but my focus is on Eternal Polaris. You battled her too, but she's gonna get faster. This is a woman's intuition. Yeah, she's very interested in her. And we got Indol Alexander, oh boy. That Wanderer. Yeah, he's a Wanderer. And you talk about Akihara Speed Factory, aka yourself. So yeah. And the leader is Bossa New Sakura, who we actually saw a bit before, so yeah. Anyway, Rising Siva, that's the name. And yeah, I want to avoid make fun of my name, Genkai Siva, so yeah. Yeah, we learned about the full thing. We got some new rivals here. You know, take on 3 of them, or we could take on 1 of them in Dancing Heroines. So let's take that. Oh, you want to battle me? If it's that kind of invitation, I'm happy to accept. If you're a customer, I shop him and never mind. So I'll be doing this a lot. Let's go. Anyway, I started battle themes here. Let's get back to it. So yeah, I talked about Vampire Killer, as it's called. This battle theme is called Chromefest, like I said. It normally plays in Stage 2 of Tokyo if you have the default music settings in DxR3. And I think I mentioned this before too, but I think it fits so well with that stage of the game. And you could argue it also fits really well with this stage of the game too, because yeah, you know, we've conquered quite a bit of the game already, and yeah, I wouldn't say we're at the final stretch of the game, but yeah, we are definitely making a lot more progress now, so yeah. Anyway, And yeah, even this Pretzer isn't enough to take us on, so yeah. It feels so much lighter when compared to the Supra, which makes a lot of sense. It's 300 kilograms lighter, I believe. Frustrating, meow. I mean, frustrating. Fine, you got me. I'm not gonna make happy. Here's my card. Card on my shop next time. And a completely different meal welcome, meow. Alright, and then last up we got Spring Memory, Dozing Dormouse, and Poseidon Storm. I don't mind, I'm gonna check the settings of this machine too, so it's just right. Which one was a good first? I'm fine with either way. Looks like they're gonna jump us. It sounds like the rest of the members, so yeah. So it might not be a bad idea to have that nitrous ready, so yeah. I do think one member of ASF used to be part of another team that got disbanded because of Snake Eyes, so yeah. It might be this guy because it's another Rotary team, so yeah. His RX-7 looks a lot like mine, so that's interesting. Yeah, when we're out on the highway, I'm going to talk a little bit of why the RX-7 is a very special car, so yeah. And yeah, part of why I wanted to get it too. I think one thing I'm trying to do in this playthrough is a big variety of cars and manufacturers. That's one of my focuses, so yeah. Because at the moment, yeah, we've driven a car from all different manufacturers so far, so yeah, I kind of want to keep that going, so yeah. Because I think it'd be cool. Anyway, yeah, they all shown up. So yeah, here we got Dozing Dormouse and an R33 driven by Poseidon Storm. So yeah, we probably want to use the nitrous here just in case. If it goes bad, let's just say. So yeah, one of the RX-7 dudes in this team, yeah, I'm pretty sure they were part of another team before, so yeah. Anyway, catching up. And yeah, I gotta just do that. Just get him in the corner right there, so yeah. And yeah, this is why, yeah, ASF might go down quite quickly because yeah, we had this three-way battle going on here, so yeah. And yeah, considering that, yeah, that guy has quite a lot of defense here, we get a good list of this battle thing, I guess. Not great for my engine temperature, but that's okay. I guess it's also a good test to see how long it lasts. I love this part so much of the song. And there we go. You didn't really get to hear it, but yeah. Got a lot of money for doing that, but then again, that makes sense because it beat 3 dudes in 1. Unless I can still tweak the settings, might tie in the rear a bit more. And yeah, no one else. So that's good to know. So we don't need that Kumoto license plate yet, that's fine. But anyway. But yeah, there aren't that many other rivals saying license plate, although yeah, we are at the point of the game where there's actually quite a few rivals who could, so yeah. Anyway, let's go to your corner now. And it's Thursday, so yeah, we won't see those two in that bigger form, but anyway. Helper Robot runs a handyman service and he's incredibly dedicated. I hired him once and he exceeded all my expectations. I'm gonna battle him. I heard he only battles with from GR Yaris. So yeah, that's the guy who needs us to fight, who needs the GR Yaris. But anyway, man, I got a total fan of Gold with Grin. She always wears goggles, but that moment when she takes on is absolutely dazzling. What? Schizo magic? No way, that can't be it. You haven't seen it yet? Try taking out Snow Dancer. She show up for revenge, being from the same home tunnel. I'd be a bit jealous though. Yeah, so those two Wanderers, yeah, they're both Wanderers. They're like a double package basically, so yeah, we beat one and then we have to beat the others, so yeah. And yeah, some of these guys are from, Road Concerto, some of them I think are from Naruto, who we're about to take on, and speaking of which, yeah, they're all about data, you know, numbers and stuff, so yeah. So I'm going to be seeing that in action. And yeah, you got lucky. But yeah, that sometimes happens. And actually they're not here, so yeah. Maybe they're on the other side then. Anyway, so not many rivals at the park areas today, but that's okay. It's good to always check them because again, they could have dialogue, so yeah. Anyway, we did take on some dudes here, so there's probably dialogue here, so let me check. There's even some other dialogue, so let's go check it. Yeah, that's why I want to, you know, focus on today, getting some more info on Wanderers, like here. One about Gentle Examiner, Do you also like cute things? Hell yeah, but yeah, so you should drive an FF car to challenge him. He doesn't have a cars of any other drive type. We don't have a good FF car. Oh boy, yeah, here. here's the most annoying one in the game, probably. So yeah, maybe yeah. As Azuki said, there's not going to be a match for him. We're going to need a much better FF car. So yeah, we'll talk about what you could use later. But anyway, here, yeah, the most annoying one in the game. Not because his, requirement is cryptic climbing, because there are a few cryptic ones. Although they're not too bad in this game, but this one's just the most annoying. It's Indomitable Alexander. He's a monster endurance who drove 3,000 kilometers non-stop except for replay. You want to meet him? I ain't saying you gotta go without seat 2, but your total mileage better be over 3,000 kilometers, or it's not even worth talking about. Yeah, we're not gonna reach that normally, especially with how I'm playing the game, so yeah. Anyway, here is just Alexander. He's talking about chicks, so that's kind of fun. Not the womankind, the bird kind, so yeah. Anyway, Minaris is a Mordalek, and I thought you were the rumored Attack Angel. You're quite wicked to say your looks. They even thinking about teaching everything to the younger ones and retire from the front ranks. Yes, really. After lose to you, my thoughts change. I want to race above you once more. I keep racing even when I'm an old lady. You'll be partly responsible. Riverside Crow. Talking again. And then yeah, we got Prime Man. He's like family business. So yeah, their granddad retired, but now the dad has taken over, so yeah. Here's a portrait made. Yeah, there's now maids, so yeah. The question is though, are they just cosplay maids or are they actual maids? That's a good question. So yeah, yeah. Let's return the course. So no one here to battle, but there are people to battle here. No new Wonder information, that's okay. Revengeful White Knight. Talking about getting sick apparently. Onigiri sound. Yeah, he likes rotary engines, so yeah. Again, we'll definitely talk about that. Insensitive Joker. If I don't know what I was gonna say. It's something to do with Persona 5 for a second, but anyway. No, I can't help you questions about Cinema Plus Midnight. Never been good for her. It's fine that she seeks friendly with everyone, but she's just a busybody. However, skill as a street racer is undeniable. She's a crucial piece to complete my fastest theory puzzle. Ansai and accented man? Question mark? They're talking about Harrison Shop. Who, yeah, they were in Osaka in Tokyo Xtreme 3. I probably mentioned that before. Oh, you're talking about Dirty Fox. She knows an Axel pure and innocent. It's so calculating. My boyfriend Malin, she damages car with an aggressive drive, but she got out of the car, bowed her head a bit, and even gave her because she looked cute. It's so stupid. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about a bit of Dirty Fox later. But anyway, the thing is though, they drive GTRs, not just Skyline GTRs, R35 GTRs. So yeah, this could be a bit scary. So let's start with Tempo General. We got Nitrous though, if it goes really bad. Hey, you there, I saw you driving a pretty good machine. I'm Tempo General, nice to meet you. Alright, I want to battle you, is that okay? So there we go. So one thing I realized about Harrison Shop is that they had that paper fan in their sticker, and then I realized, oh wait, Harrison Recovery in Persona 5 is basically the same thing, isn't it? So yeah. So that's kind of funny. And yeah, so they're in Osaka, which again, seeing on Persona 5, yeah, Persona 5 Strikers you go to Osaka, so yeah, there's quite a lot you could say. They're a pretty good team in Osaka and Tokyo Xtreme 3 because yeah, they were one of the teams who unlocked later, so yeah. Like you need to beat all the guys on the one gun in Osaka, so yeah. That's a thing. But yeah, as you may notice, yeah, these rivals are definitely no slouch now. Again, they're driving GTRs now, so yeah. I think, yeah, Harrison Shop only drives R35 GTRs, which is kind of scary for an old GTR team. Like, even the best GTR teams don't even do that, so yeah. Frustrating. Gaming like that, I feel a bit outsmarted. Well, it was a good experience, but it's still just the first match, right? And it's gonna be in next time, right? Of course, yeah, SB metric is actually quite similar to theirs, so yeah. And let's take on Namioke Politics. Hey, you're looking for an opponent, huh? I'm Namioke Politics. If you like, I can be your opponent. Lee Harrison Chopper from Kansai on a long-term expedition. I'd love to see the skills of Tokyo Street Races, so let's go. Alrighty. Yeah, I do think, again, it's a bit crazy to fight, R35 this early in the game, but yeah. That is one thing you'll notice, yeah, a lot of these rivals are going to be using new cars that were added in the full release, because the GTR wasn't a part of the early access, so yeah, we can talk about that a little bit. And away he goes. The GTR is a very cool looking car though. I think it is a worthy successor to the R32, R33, and R34 anyway. So I mean, yeah, let's talk a little bit about that. Yeah, this game was in early access, late January, I believe, 2025. And then it might have been February too. I think I mentioned February, but I think, yeah, it was late January, actually, so yeah. Anyway, there we go. And then, yeah, it fully releases September, which apparently that's very quick for a game in early access, but anyway. You're good, I don't think I'm that so either. Next time, one more match. Alright. Yeah, she's here now. We don't need to take her on. Then we got Ohama Brave, which sounds like another name, but anyway. We got Jet Black Trader. This guy has a pretty, I think it's Nishina Gori Justice, I think. That's definitely a bit of a mouthful right there, but yeah, when you're not familiar with, well, so we pick out some of the races. We got Lemon Player from New Livery, we got Master Position, and then we also got Tornado Love. So yeah. So this one's getting very annoying. Definitely listen to the name of Angry Woman. But anyway, let's go over here. We got more rivals who can fight at Daikoku. And afterwards, yeah, we're gonna go back to Shinkancho and take on some rivals. But anyway, race looking man. I also have my car painted at Stowe Dance's custom body paint shop. I ended up with a cool color scheme I really like. One about Stowe Dance, you need a driver car with a custom color scheme. Alright, and if we beat him, we get Goggle Print. Magic Kid shows up here at Daikoku Park from time to time. Pretty lucky to meet a famous actress like her, right? I hear there are plenty of pathetic guys who challenge other battles and get turned down. What idiots. Everyone knows she won't battle machines that have been shipped out for weight production. And we got a Butler. That's interesting. And we also got Spike Moon here. And we got a Maid. Yeah, they really like showing us the maids. And then you got Reminiscence of Hippocrates. We're talking about Crimson Fang from 2 Limit, who's his older brother, and he's a GTR driver, so we'll be aware of that. And you're intimidating woman, talk about cool energy, alright? People from IT companies, link servers, so yeah. I mean, we're getting a pretty good idea who we're up against. And then you got Loyal Footman, who's talking about, Rumored Rider. And there's one sitting at our team, Royal Dreams. So yeah, as it turns out, yeah, there's a team with butlers and maids called Royal Dreams. You want to remember that? Anyway, only one rival here, but they're gonna give us a good fight. Raspberry Kiss, a Wanderer. So that's your machine. I see you've done proper weight production. I don't mind racing pay attention to deals like this. A machine like that, I'll value. How about it? Let's make this an intense experience. So yeah, we never want to use the monster. So Raspberry Kiss, she used to become an annoying Wanderer, especially in TSR3, because she only appeared on every 30 days. Yeah, every 30 days. So like, if you didn't see her on day 30, the next time she appeared was day 60, so yeah. Like I know, this time her condition is that the car has some weight reduction. I don't think it matters how much, it just has to have some weight reduction, so yeah. Anyway. Let's see what we could do on, I'm gonna save a little bit, because yeah, we're in attack range now. But when she starts coming back, that's when we obviously use the nitrous again, and yeah, she has that parking skill, so yeah, and she is starting to come back, so yeah. Let's try to get away from it, and yeah, let's see how fast we can go in our RX zone. And yeah, we can hit, looks like we're not gonna hit 300 kilometers, that's okay. But we are quite close to it. So that's our new top speed right there. I lost, how frustrating, you're quite good. But these emotions spoil my acting range, so I'll thank you now. I'll thank you for now. Alright. There's definitely a lot of Wanderers who could fight at this point, so yeah, we'll keep that in mind. But anyway, let's refill on Nitrous. And like I said, yeah, let's go to... Oh yeah, this will dial up because it beat Razorcus. A lot of new dialogue, in fact. Shuto Express is buzzing for the first time in a while. When Playful Channel, Bloodhound, and Golden Hanya lost one after another, it put races down the edge, if only a few of them. And now that up-and-comers, Shuso, Strong, every little bit worryful, and variants like Midnight Rose, Iron Old Man, Dart, Tangman, even Medical Angel have lost, no crew can keep their mouth shut anymore, that's what it means. I haven't seen this kind of buzz in 4 years. Only the guy at the Sound of War can live up to what happened 4 years ago. Yeah, I'm looking forward to finding out. Any up friendly woman? Things have been pretty hectic lately, huh? I mean, with the races to make this place the main battleground. The past few years, each team had their own standard territory, or home turf, I guess you'd call it, and everything was kind of divided up, and things are pretty calm overall. But then Tech Angel shows up, and suddenly everyone's all fired up. Sure, there are new teams popping up here and there, but the teams ruling at the top level right now, they've been racing these roads as their main battlefield for ages. So when some new face suddenly appears and beats them before they know or hit them, well, that's gotta hurt their pride, right? I heard some teams that lost a Destiny search for Tech Angel trying to get their revenge. So watch yourselves, Tech Angel. Yeah. We are definitely... We might be on people's hit list, let's just say, so yeah. So only one person from ASF. But it does seem that, yeah, we can take him on, so yeah. So he goes that way is the problem. I think, yeah, what I want to do instead is I kind of want to take on more Tokyo Jungle. We can take on 3 of their dudes, so yeah. They're a little bit all over the place though, but I guess we can go here and take them on. And then yeah, that's a one that we don't know anything about, so yeah. But I think I know who it is. We can't battle them, but I kinda don't want to now, let's just say. Anyway, here's serious looking man. If you want to battle Gold License, you need to drive the same machine as him. That is, Hakupa. Then he finds means and battles against the same machine as his own. Also, if you already defeated Mad Change or Revolution, he doesn't handle rough races very well, so I don't feel sharp in the strict, so say what those types are thrown ugly around. Alright, so need to beat a dude we already beat, so that's good. But we also need a Copen, so that's another specific card we need. Yeah, so he kinda wants to do another mirror match with us, so yeah. Big sis, yeah. Rolling on number 1, I'm pretty sure. And we also got Waving Astron. Losing that man, Rings, top class team. And he used driving RX-7 too. Everyone feels like they're driving RX-7s nowadays, so yeah. Anyway. No one here. Yes, again, that Wanderer could show up. I'm not so sure if using Belay service will make them show up is the thing, so yeah. I think, yeah, let's make a start here. And then, yeah, we might actually end the day by taking on that last time ASF. I think that's what we might do, so yeah. Well, you know, we could make this like a long night, but I think they might be better to do that in the next part. Yeah, so yeah, we might actually be able to take on some team nurse. But yeah, we also defeated the Wanderer too, so that's good. Pretty decent Wanderer in Resicus, because yeah, at this point, yeah, the Wanderers don't mess around, so that's gonna be fun. So now that we're actually, you know, driving around normally, let's talk a little bit about the Mazda RX-7. So yeah. So one reason I did want to pick up is, of course, it is a Mazda car, which you haven't driven yet, but also, yeah, it does have that rotary engine. So, rotary engine, to put it simply, basically, a normal engine uses pistons and cylinders, but in a rotary engine, instead it uses a big rotor instead. And yeah, the reason to do that is actually makes the engine smaller, and there's less moving parts. Because, yeah, an engine needs multiple piston and cylinders. A lot more than the rotors. So like, yeah, for example, this, there's a lot of dudes here. So we can either take on Midnight Ella Mode, we can take on Hot Jet Black Wind, or we can take on Asura. Like I said, I want Tokyo Jungle, so let's go after this guy. Hot Jet Black Wind, who drives the Integra. Which we haven't fought anyone in the Integra yet, which, yeah, definitely shows that, yeah, it got added in, the full release, anyway. This is getting a little bit dicey here, but we'll just, you know, get past like that. But anyway, so yeah, So again, yeah. So mainly how an engine works is that, yeah, the pistons and the pistons inside the cylinders, I should be saying, they are where the combustion takes place, and that's where, you know, the engine gets its power, right? In a rotary engine instead, what happens, I mean, it's pretty similar. Combustion still takes place, but instead, yeah, the fuel is moved around in this chamber, and then the rotor moves it around where it gets sparked by the spark plugs, and then, yeah, that's how you get your combustion. So yeah, so the advantage of a rotary engine is the fact that, yeah, it's much smaller, but it's able to... Oh yeah, this is... You're not... You're still showing me a question mark, but anyway, here's a member from Nayuta, Step Up winner. He drives an R32, so yeah, let's see if we can take him. Anyway, so back to what I was talking about, with, that's what I was talking about with, rotor engines, so yeah. So the thing about rotor engine is a lot more compact. Like, yeah, this RX-7, it's 13B rotary engine. I should also mention that too. Mazda rotor engines, because yeah, there's multiple types. It uses what's known as a Wankel rotor engine, which I think relates to the shape and also how it moves around the rotary in the chamber. And yeah, another thing about the Rotor 2 is that it looks like a Dorito, so people like to nickname the RX-7's engine a Dorito engine, so yeah. Or something to that effect, so yeah. And let's take on Slide Freak, who also drives an RX-7. So yeah, so the 13B Wankel rotor engine, it actually has 2 rotors, but the displacement is only 1.3 liters, but despite that though, it makes just as much power as an inline 6 that has like around 2.5 to 3 liters. So that's great. It means that, yeah, we can put in a lot of power in a much smaller space. And yeah, the reason why we want to do that is obviously, yeah, we can make the car lighter. That's a rival. He's from Cool Energy, I believe. He is Manhattan Dreamer. As you may know, yeah, he's driving another car I'm not familiar with. This is the new Nissan Z, the RZ34. And yeah, with the GTR no longer being around at this point in time at least, this is Nissan's flagship sports car, so yeah. Anyway, so yeah, back to talking about rotaries again, so yeah. Actually, you might want to wait, because yeah, this rival, let's just say he's not the only rival we're going to be facing right here, so yeah. And yeah, that RZ34, it's not bad, that's the thing, sure. Let's brake a little bit. Get a bit rear-ended, but that's okay. So now the other person is here. He saw in the parking area. It's Revengeful White Knight. He also drives actually a new manufacturer and a new car. He drives the Lexus LC500, I believe. Anyway, I've actually seen a Lexus yet. Lexus is Toyota's luxury brand. So yeah, so that's a fact. So yeah, if I want to drive a Lexus, well yeah, that does seem that yeah, I'm technically driving no Toyota. Although we had that same problem with the Subaru BRZ, so yeah. But anyway, now we're pulling away from them, so that's good. So yeah, back to talking about rotaries again. So yeah. So, and we're actually near a Wanderer. I wonder if that's Mountain Man. Mountain Man is very scary, so I definitely need all my nitrous. And maybe I go to the parking area too before we find as well. But anyway, so yeah, with those two defeated, Cool Energy is not a bad place now, I believe, so yeah. So we'll see if this is what Wanderer this is, and then yeah, we'll make a decision. Anyway, oh, I'm also overheating my engine, so I need to be a bit careful with that. So yeah, I think the parking area does seem like a pretty good idea now, so yeah. But anyway. So again, yeah, rotor engines very small, but make a lot of power despite that. So yeah, that's great. It means we can make the car lighter, and we can also, you know, we can do more with less. So that sounds good, right? So then why do most cars not have rotary engines? Well, it kind of comes down to all the issues, and there's quite a lot of them. And yeah, this is Mountain Man. So yeah, he's quite scary, like I said. So I think we're gonna go to the park area and get some new tires before we beat him. Might be wondering, yeah, why am I scared of a F8 Cruiser? Well, yeah, his F8 Cruiser has the Source. So yeah, I want to be a bit careful of that. I mean, the engine is cooling down, so no. We need to go to this parking area a lot anyway, so it's fine. We'll just wait up for him and try to take him on. He is only level 18, and he only tries an MJ Cruiser. But again, underestimate a wanderer at your own risk in this game, so yeah, that's a thing, sure. But anyway, so yeah, back to talking again about rotor engines. So yeah, why do car makers not use rotor engines? There's two very big problems. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'll talk about that when we go take on Mountain Man, but yeah. Anyway, here's Crimson Devil. Oh boy. A new moment is starting to shoot to Express site. This will be a turning point for many streeters and once in a lifetime opportunity. Keep your eyes peeled. We'll talk a lot about him later because yeah, he has a ton of references. So yeah. And you have my Crimson Mirage. Here's Grace Papa, who has some interesting dialogue. As we'll see later. Alright, no one here. Let's change the tires. Let's enter. Let's try and take on Mountain Man. So we're gonna need a way up for him, but that's okay. And then yeah, probably I think we're almost done with what we want to do with Tokyo Jungle. So yeah, I think we're almost done with everything with Tokyo Jungle. So then yeah, I'll go take on AS7 and yeah, I think we'll end the night there. I would like to get to 50 kilometers though, so then I get my second long run bonus, so yeah. So all the way up here and I'll talk more about rotor engines. So again, people don't use rotor engines or car makers because yeah, there's two main problems and there's some other issues too if you can believe that. Emissions and fuel usage. Because of how the rotor spins around, it kinda doesn't use its fuel efficiently when compared to a piston cylinder engine. So yeah, that means worse emissions because, you know, you're wasting, and also it has something to do with the exhaust as well and how that works. And then yeah, bad fuel economy because, well, you're not using all your fuel, right? So yeah. Alright, let's see if we can take on Mountain Man. Like I said, Mountain Man is very fast, so yeah, so we kind of need to make use of cornering against him because he is driving quite the heavyweight. So yeah. So he Shinkanjo, so we'll keep it on C1 now. Alright, so yeah. We still need to do damage to rings though. I guess that's another thing I should think about too. Because if I could take out rings next night, that'd be amazing, so yeah. He's having problems in the cores, he spun out even, so yeah. His FJ cruises a lot of power, but you can't always control that much power, it seems, so yeah. Anyway, that's good. So yeah. Of course, yeah, another thing we could do, let's see the map. So how's Tokyo Jungle looking again? Yeah, there's still one person we could take on. Again, we don't have to worry about this person. Instead, it might be better to go after rings, for example, because they have a lot of members, so yeah. So you might actually, you know, start making a start on them. Yeah. But anyway, so that's two wanderers defeated, that's awesome. Let's take on rings now. Vivid Slide Tail. And yeah, like I said, that all C1. Anyway, so back to talking again. So yeah, again, you got that, but also, yeah, despite the fact that, yeah, the Rotary uses less moving parts, if it's not taken care of well, it can cause major problems, mainly in the Apex Seal department, so yeah. So they're much harder to maintain when compared to cylinder piston engines, so yeah. As you probably said, yeah, the rotor engine has kind of gone to the wayside, kind of, though, is the thing. Because the thing is, though, a single rotary engine is still very tiny, basically. I wonder who that is. They're going that way, so kind of want to go check that out. I mean, they're probably, I mean, actually, when I think about it, they're probably from Road Concerto, so I'm not going to worry about them. Instead, yeah, let's try taking on more rings here, but we also got another wanderer. Who I think I know who it is. We're not going to be taking them on for a little bit because, yeah, I guess kind of like Mountain Man, they're a bit dangerous, so yeah. Maybe I'll go fight this guy. The random Sylvia, anyway, so yeah. So again, yeah, just again, a lot of problems with Rotary engines, despite the fact that, yeah, theoretically, they would be one of the best engines you could put in a car for efficiency purposes, but that's okay. So anyway, the thing about Rotary engines, though, is that a single rotor engine is still tiny, basically. It's only like 600 cc's or something like that, so yeah. So what Mazda had done was they put a rotary engine into the MX-30 plug-in hybrid, I believe. Basically, the rotary engine acts as a range extender for the car's electric motor. So yeah, that is one interesting idea with the rotary engine. Combining it with a powerful hybrid unit, potentially. If you don't know what a hybrid car is, it's basically a car that has both an internal combustion engine and an electric motor. So yeah. Who is this? Oh, actually, we can take this guy on, no problem. This is unmanaged Ishi, he just needs aero parts, so yeah, we can take him on. So take on a third one for today, that's awesome. Before, they actually mentioned this, but in Import Show Challenge, his requirement is that the front and the rear wheels were different. So yeah. Anyway, let's go take him on. I'm not using NOS, that could be a big mistake though, so yeah. But I'm closing in on him, so yeah. So I may not need it. And once again, this handles like a tree. So I do that. But yeah. And he made a mistake, good. So yeah. Good for me at least. So there we go. Another Wanderer done and dusted. So we're gonna get a lot of money doing that. That is awesome. So yeah. So again, yeah. How Rotaries are probably gonna make a comeback from Mazda because yeah, again, Mazda's the only company that actually cares about rotor engines. Which is why, yeah, you have cars like the RX-7 and the RX-8. So yeah. So yeah, again, the only way we're gonna see a rotor engine make a comeback like that is yeah. We do see it combined with basically as a hybrid. Because yeah, again, if we don't get that, then again, it's just going to be too bad for emissions and fuel usage that yeah, it's just not going to be viable to sell. So yeah. So again, they're very fascinating to learn about though, because again, they're so different and so they're so different, and also the pros and cons are very interesting to think about too. But anyway. Let's check out Silver Angel here from Rings as well. So yeah. Again, I'm quite a fan of Rotary, just to be honest again. But again, like I said though, if you want a Mazda RX-7 like this in real life, you better be committed. Because yeah, one thing I watch, yeah, you gotta love the Rotary, and it'll love you back. Otherwise, yeah, it's gonna not treat you very well, so yeah. So there's that. So yeah. Yeah, again, like I said though, yeah. RX-7, yeah. Once again, yeah, just, you know, handles so well because again, that engine up front is so light. Also, we're getting ambushed by Tuna Hamada. So let's take him on too. And he also drives an RX-7, yeah, it's pretty popular at this point, isn't it? So yeah. Yeah, again, I just really like how the RX-7 handles, so yeah. You're probably from Rings too, you got a little bit bumped into, but that's okay. So yeah, my hope is that, yeah, we did enough damage to Tokyo Jungle that, yeah, next night we'll be able to wrap him up, so yeah. So again, like I said, yeah, we could take on other teams. They're mostly from Rings and Tokyo Jungle Day, So yeah, Cool Energy does only have 5 members, so technically yeah, we'll almost finish them as well, but yeah. And like I said, yeah, my focus right now is obviously ASF, who again, we could take on that guy, we can also take on this guy from Tokyo Jungle too, but yeah. My hope is that, yeah, we don't need to worry about them, we'll get them next night, so yeah. Still 2 more to go with, Still 2 more to go in terms of Rings on this route though, so yeah. Again, I would like to take them on, so yeah. And I think we did pass someone from Rings, so yeah. I mean, you can check. Let's see. So one up the road. The Sura is behind us, so yeah, that's the thing I'll say. This works out really nicely. Again, we could end the night after we take out these two, potentially, so yeah. We'll see, we're calling on the engine too, which is very nice, so yeah. So yeah, again, I talked about this previously before, yeah, Rings are like one of the best teams on the C1, if not the best team. Which is kind of like that we're finding them, you know, this, I wouldn't say early, but yeah. We're not finding them at the end of the game, but yeah. Because I do remember that, yeah, in TXR 3, they were basically the strongest team on the C1, so yeah. Another interesting thing about them too in TXR 3 was that the members are made up of members from other teams who basically graduated to Rings, so yeah. I think that's still the case in this game a little bit, so yeah. But yeah, make it as clear basically, so yeah. Anyway. So yeah, we did get the long run bonus, so yeah. So I'm thinking, yeah, we're gonna end the night, and yeah, again, the hope is that, yeah, we can defeat those 3 teams in one night, so yeah. And if we can't, oh well, we'll think about the other teams then. But anyway, we passed by someone from, I believe, Aquarium. But like I said, yeah, my main focus is on this person from Rings, so yeah. Rings will be annoying though, because again, they're C1, no parking areas in C1, so yeah. So that's a bit of an issue, but that's okay. Again, I could also cut and take on that person from either ASF or, the person from ASF or, Tokyo Jungle 2, just in case, you know, so yeah. That might not be such a bad idea, because again, we are committing this spot most likely, so yeah, it would make sense to do something like that, so yeah. But anyway, yeah, so I got some big topics for next time, so yeah, I would like to discuss them there, so yeah. Alright, well, you said that quite a bit. Is Rainbow Domino. Like I said, I lost member from Rings, and like I said, yeah, either I end the night, which again, I'm not against doing that to be honest, because again, I think there's a good stopping point. And then we can talk about the 3 Wanderers you took down. And then yeah, hopefully, like I said, yeah, we can wrap up the rest of these teams in the next night from Rebirth Ledge. Of course, we might need to take on Night Before Steve, but the hope is we do not need to do that, so yeah. Alrighty. So not the most best night in the world, but it went out pretty good to be honest, so yeah. Again, we did a ton of damage to these teams, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah. Let's end the night now. And we'll have a decently long part this time. We can also think about BP obviously, so yeah. So I'll do that as well. Alrighty, so yeah. Let's go to our perks. Because yeah, again, we got quite a bit. Again, we still need them for tuning obviously, but yeah. One thing I do kind of want to do now is get this. Let's see, 77 for this. I think it's worth. And yeah, I kind of pulled both of these, so you know what, let's do it. And we hope that, yeah, the rest of the beep we get will, you know, help a lot with that. So yeah. There's also this. This could also be nice, but we actually can't afford it. So yeah, we're gonna get like the most money we can. So I'm thinking about that next skill, shall we? I'm thinking we're actually gonna go with self-love. So yeah. So you can get level 1, and we can get level 2. Awesome. So there we go. So yeah. So now we have another skill we can equip, so that's good. Again, maybe I spent too much, we shall see. But yeah, getting all that money though is gonna be very nice, so yeah. Because yeah, I think, yeah, I want to go with self-love just because it's kind of a fun skill, so yeah. But it is only level 2 at the moment, so yeah, I definitely want to get to level 4 at some point later, so yeah. But for right now, yeah, I kind of want to see my BP, so anyway. Let's look at the 3 Wanderers he took out. So yeah, starting off with Unbalanced Ishii, who yeah, only battles cars with error parts. He's Satoshi Ishii, Garden Shop Manager. There are various speculations about the origin of his nickname, but the real reason seems to be that he looks older than his actual age. He struggled to remedy this issue, but with little success. Recently he has come to terms with it, thinking that eventually his real age will catch up with his appearance. He possesses a frightening technique that allows him to drive a machine focused solely on power, without reinforcing the suspension, all while maintaining a cool demeanor. However, sometimes he pushes beyond his limits, and the moment his control falters, he falls behind. And then yeah, after that we got Mountain Man and Razricus. I think Razricus is a little bit earlier, so yeah, let's go to her. And yeah, you need like I said, that won't battle unless your body is tuned to level 2 or lower. So yeah, that's the level we want. So this is Shiho Yasui, actress. A woman who skyrocketed to success as an actress after starting her career as a gravure model idol, I believe, following an interview in a car magazine. A true Cinderella story. Now in her 30s, her beauty shines even brighter. She used to prefer flashy cars and aero kits, but recently she's been focusing on lightweight modifications for better performance, particularly favoring cars and carbon hoods. Her reputation in the acting industry seems to reflect in her racing. During times when her shows have low ratings, her driving tends to become rough. And finally we got Mountain Man. Who, yeah, he's an interesting fellow, only appears on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And yeah, as you see there, his FJ Cruiser has 638 PS. But as you saw by his driving, yeah, it's a bit hard to handle that power with how big this car is, so yeah. This is Ayumu Yamagoe, Mountain Porter. On wet days, he carries heavy loads through mountain areas on foot, transporting goods to mountain huts. On his days off, he races around the Shuto Expressway. He feels alive by experiencing the grandeur of nature on one hand, and the evolution of human civilization on the other. He is indifferent to others and does not care about winning or losing in battles. He is only interested in actions to those who seek victory or speed. His machine built for durability runs steadily as if climbing a mountain. So there we go. Alright, so like I said, that's in the pond now, so yeah. Next time, yeah, we're gonna be, hopefully, doing a lot of damage, like I said. So with rings, 1, 2, 3, good. With Tokyo Jungle, 1, 2, that's good. And then ASF, 1, 2, that's good. So yeah, we can take them all down, so that's nice. Again, Knife of Vorks, technically is a little bit of a problem, but yeah, again, the hope is that we don't need to take out Knife of Vorks to make the boss appear, so yeah. Then we can take on the bosses and we can worry about Knife of Vorks later. So yeah. And then if there's other things we can, you know, wrap up, I'll definitely do that as well, so yeah. If, you know, we don't end the day early, so yeah. And we also got some Wanderers around. Like Harvey Gumber again. Yeah. Gentle Examiner, who's giving me a 4 on our side because we don't have a front-wheel drive car. A lot of Wanderers we don't know anything about, and also this guy here who needs the 1 ESX, so yeah. And you actually got 2 dudes at parking areas now, so yeah. So we want to take them down too before we get started, so yeah. But anyway, like I said, the lesson in the plot now. So like I said, next time we're going to continue driving this lovely RX-7. And yeah, we're going to be hopefully wrapping up Rebirth Legends soonish. So yeah, look forward to that, and I'll see you guys again for that.